Hey, YouTube fans, we are here today for another of our army book reviews. I am Lucky Sixes. This is Mr. Hyper G.
Mr. Hyper G, finally you acknowledge my seniority in this partnership.
Sir. Sir HG.
Yeah.
Um, and we are here today to look at Highborn Elves. As always, as a bit of a disclaimer, we are going to try and make this as brief as possible. I will try.
I was going to say, that's
I
an
will
awful
try.
disclaimer for you, but yeah.
But yeah,
Although
we're
usually
not gonna...
when we talk about Highborn Elves, it is me just groaning most of the
slating
time.
them,
So,
yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, we'll look
Why
at
would
all
we
the
change
changes.
tradition?
Exactly. We'll look at all the changes. There are not rule changes for this. There is one name change and points changes galore. Actually, a decent amount. But yes, so those are the ones we're going to be talking about. We are also, as always with these this year's reviews, going to be talking about the additional additions of the fluff added in to the Highborn Elves and all of the army books. This comes with, as all of them have, a map for where the Highborns in this case are situated around the world, and a few dotted around, mainly coastal, mainly watery based, which is quite cool.
It does suggest they're not welcome on the mainland, doesn't it? Really,
it does, yeah. I mean, that's fine. That's fine.
Is it? Okay, good. I'm glad you're happy about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And
so they are beautiful, cultured, heavily armed, and ruthless. The elves of the White Isles represent the only great empire to have survived from the Golden Age, called Highborn, both for the towers they build and because they set themselves above all others. Don't we know it? Their ancient power encompasses the globe, answering a single queen on the islands of Seleda Ablan, with colonies on many shores. The might of this Arandai empire is safeguarded by unassailable naval superiority. Glittering armies are sent for. There are few that can stand against this august maritime juggernaut. Nice. I'll probably butcher a few of those words, but yeah.
I think you've done a pretty spiffing job, sir. And just to prove how we do put ourselves above others, you'll notice that I'm higher on the overlay than you. I saw it on the screen. So I'm always looking down on you, is what I'm saying, Mr. Hyper G.
Are we going to do this review or what? I mean, you know.
Sure. We crack on to there is more fluff throughout on the second page of fluff. It talks about the species and some
rulers
things.
Of wind and fire.
Yeah. What other attributes they have and some training, etc., which is pretty cool. As I said, there's no model rules changes, and the hereditary stays the same. Perhaps was even one for one to increase, if I'm honest. The favour, one of the, I think between that and vampires, probably one of the better hereditary spells going. So pleased to not see it go up, but yeah, so it's the same.
It's always disappointing when you're fighting elves and you think you've killed something and then you haven't.
Yeah,
because killing elves is most people's favourite pastime.
It is, yeah. Everyone enjoys that.
Yeah.
But the manner in which to keep them safe has stayed exactly the same. So there you go.
Yeah.
Over to honours, and there are some changes for this. Probably the least surprising update of any book. The Master of Conrad Tower goes up in terms of the actual honour.
Good start, lads. Good start.
Yeah. Up by 5 points for the basic honour, and up by another 5 points for the learn. 15 points for the learn spells, which go to the prince. So quite a significant one actually in terms of honour. So that goes up. Queen's Companion goes down by 10 points, so that's a nice one.
Okay.
Interesting to see that go down because it's quite a useful one, and it's one that gives a unit quick to fire. So I always thought that was quite a good one.
Yeah.
There. In terms of Highborn and the Flame, goes down by 10 points again. Queen's Cavalier goes down by 5 points from 35 to 30. Fleet Officer says the same, and Royal Huntsman is now completely free. It used to be 20. It used to be 15 points. Now completely free.
That's
Really, really
pretty
good
cool.
on Lion Chariot High Princes, and I know some people have been trying them more recent times, so they'll be very
Yeah,
happy to keep them in their army for a little bit cheaper.
yeah.
So
Hmm.
that's nice. In terms of the honors for mages, they are as first scholar and order of Fire Heart are exactly the same. No changes there. Special items. Now, all of these special items are exactly the same points. There are no increases, no decreases, and there are no rule changes. So I'm quite happy to not be touched there because we've got some decent items.
Yeah,
Again, probably the spear. It is 120 points, so it's quite a lot, but still, it's fairly surprised not to see that change whatsoever.
yeah. And they're a book with quite a lot of items for.
Yeah,
That's one of their things, isn't it? That they've got more items than others to choose
more
from.
items and
So,
for the most
mm,
part, quite expensive items as well.
yes,
They're
no,
not your 10 points and 20 points. They're more like your 100-point items,
hmm,
or 18, 19, whatever.
yeah.
So there are lots of them, and they all do very good things, but they will cost a lot. So,
But
um,
the same cost.
but all the same, haven't changed whatsoever. So the High Prince goes down as a base cost and down for its Elven Horse as well. So those Elven Prince cowboys have got a bit cheaper. For the most part as well, the main difference with the High Prince is all of the mount changes. So
Yes.
the horse itself goes down, which is great. The Lion Chariot goes up, so that's pretty much showing that all of the honor
All
points
of the honors went down,
went.
but the amount that some of them require goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Lion Chariot, for example, the points that you save from the Huntsman basically go into this, going up by 25 points, so a little bit more.
Hmm. Yeah.
There, the Sky Sloop goes down by 15 points. You never really saw it, so that's an interesting one. Griffin, the one you did see a lot, goes up by 25 points. That's fair game.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And we see the first of the name changes of the armies. The Regal Dragon is now
What was it? Young Dragon
it was
or
just Dragon.
Dragon?
So
Oh,
it's
it's
now
just
Regal.
Dragon.
It's got a
Okay.
bit more
Okay.
royal in it.
Mm.
So the name change happens, and despite getting more royal, it's gone down by 15 points,
Okay.
which is very nice. Ancient Dragon goes up, though, from 610 to 620.
That's a chunk of points, isn't it?
Well, yeah, yeah. Anyway,
Oh, I'm talking about generally the amount.
in general,
the
yeah.
cost.
So,
Not the change.
yeah. But if you're willing to pay 610, what's another 10 points? You know, in
Yeah.
this regard.
Yeah.
The commander, again, in terms of the commander itself, there's no changes. It's only in its mounts. The Lion Chariot going up by 15 points. Sky Sloop going down by 15 points. The Regal Dragon going down by 15 points as well.
Yeah, and those people playing the triple lords on Sky Sloops are just, delighted right now, aren't they?
Absolutely loving it. The mage itself, no changes apart from again the Regal Dragon going down from 425 to 400. So
yeah,
that's pretty nice. Personally, I quite like the pyro guy. So that's quite cool. We skip through the mounts because, as in terms of unit entries, the only change we see amongst all of them is the change from Dragon to Regal Dragon.
Yep.
So that takes us all over to core. And another decrease in points is the Citizen Spears. Now, you'd argue as well that these were overshadowed in ability in terms of the archers and the Sea Guards. So nice to see these go down. I think you'll see them a little bit more. Not too much in terms of change of points. Down by 15 points for the first 20. So that's pretty cool. And 1 point thereafter. So
it seems very cheap to me. 11 points for an Elven Spearman.
It does, but it's not that much cheaper than before, so it's a bit odd, really.
I guess. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, unit 50 would see quite a significant change, I think. 45 points. So yeah, I really like them as a thing. I think the problem is the reason this is done is internal balance rather than external balance. I think you were just seeing Sea Guard and Lancers. Now you perhaps instead of Sea Guard you're seeing Archers. So I think that's for that reason and that reason alone. The Lancers themselves, as I've just mentioned, stay the same. No changes there. The Reavers stay the same. No changes there. The most rustic of all the vassals of the White Queen, would you know?
Okay.
Citizen Archers, even again, not too recently, but did get changed to having accurate, are exactly the same. I'm surprised. I thought they would go up.
Go up because we've seen some accurate pointage, haven't we?
Yeah, and I do say maybe it went up with accurate. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but yeah, I think these are a decent unit now, and I'm not sure the spear reduction is enough to wade them over these archers. My personal self, but we will see. Sea Guards stay the same as well, so no changes
we haven't
there.
been able to say that very often, have we? Sea Guards stay the same.
They're always the one that gets tinkered with. So this time to not get tinkered with, maybe they've made it.
Do you remember? Do you remember what you paid for an additional Sea Guard the first time you did it?
No. But they have changed somewhat in terms of the marine training. They can now shoot an extra rather than the cover volley sort of thing. So
yeah, I mean that was a whole paragraph that they managed to get rid of with that, wasn't it? So,
it was. Yeah. So, but no change. So I mean, in terms of core, it's only getting better. So that's pretty good. Into special and
the most famous of all soldiers are the most famous.
Yeah, they are.
Also known as Paladins of Nab.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
get the nab going. Get your nab on, guys. But they say the same though.
Okay.
Lion
I'm wasting
Guard...
time.
Well, not at all. Not at all. The Lion Guard of Erbelag actually get cheaper as well. So up till now, we've had a pretty good points change. These guys get cheaper by 10 points as a base cost and a lovely rounding from 27 to 25 of their additional points for that. So this was one you would see in bigger units, I think, more often than not, rather than the smaller ones, although arguably you could have the Highlanders. I think that's a really, really positive change for them. Going down 10 points and then 2 points per model, you could save nearly 50 points on a big unit, which is quite substantial, I think.
Yeah. It might buy you 2 more elves with that 50 points.
It might do.
You know?
Well, exactly 2 more. If you had a unit of 28.
No, well, true. Yes. That was such accidental, but oh my god, that's spot on.
Yeah, absolutely. But yes, so Lion Guards, big plus so far. Flame Wardens stay the same, and as do Knights of Rhymer.
Yeah.
Interested with the Knights of Rhymer.
Who you have really tried to make work.
I did think that the Knights of Rhymer would. I had a sneaky thought that they might go down, but not to be for this update. So we shall see.
No, you've tried to make them good, and they're still what they were.
Yeah, they're trying. They're nearly men, I think. They're nearly men. Reaver chariots are say the same as both chariots actually. The Lion chariots have stayed the same as well. Pretty nice. Staying sub 200 for a Lion chariot is pretty cool.
That is really good.
The giant eagles. We didn't see the extra models go down. I was
was that last year's thing when they went?
Yeah,
I'm sure last year we were like calling for Highborn players to take units of giant eagles, and people just ignored us like rudely. I mean, I can't think why. To be honest,
absolutely. So maybe that needs to go down even more, but we'll see. We'll
clearly.
See. But no change in this update. The Phoenix wise, as a I say as a base cost. This is one I don't really understand. The Phoenix as a base cost hasn't changed, but they've increased the Frost Phoenix to 10 points. Now, with the Fire Phoenix being 25 and then being you must choose one of them, would it just not make sense?
To reduce the fire.
Increase the base cost to 350 but anyway, regardless,
that'd be more printing changes. This way they only have to shade one thing in blue.
But yeah, so it's one of them. It is what it is in terms of the points updates, but basically the Frost Phoenix got slightly more expensive is what it's saying to you there. No other changes. It's quite surprised it wasn't too much more, but yeah, I'll take it. Initiate of the Fiery Heart.
Oh,
Obviously, got a
these
bit more expensive.
good,
Only
good.
by 10 points again,
100
so
points.
it's not.
What?
Yeah, not a massive amount. And to be honest,
Ah,
I think it's more than okay.
yeah.
You're still getting the same from what you did before, so
You're
happy
still like
days.
Channel 7 across the army, right?
No, I mean, it is an apprentice, so I guess there is that. Um,
Oh, they lost that a little while ago,
they
did
lost
they?
that a little while
That's
ago,
why I've
but
been
yeah,
sleeping better. I didn't realise, yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Seaguard Reapers go up to 200 points. Lovely from an
Oh,
OCD point of view. Absolutely,
yeah.
big
So,
fan.
I mean, bolt throwers on that old list of bolt throwers that I was
Hmm.
formulating. Where are they? I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, the points increase as opposed to some of the
Mm,
others getting decreased. Would tell you that they're one of the better ones. The versatility of changing to 6,
yeah.
it's quite a nice one. Or having the single shot. So, yeah. Don't really mind that too much. Some people might moan because when you take them, you often take them in threes. So that's the 30 points technically, but I think it's fine, to be honest. So moving on to Sky Sloop.
Sloopy.
Goes down in
Down by
points by
100
5
points?
points. Yeah,
Only
right.
5.
Only
What?
5. But 220, it's I think it's getting there. I do think it could have done with a bit more love, but it's not too bad. 220 for what you get is fair enough. It's just very,
Yeah.
very, very fragile.
Yeah, I
This
mean, one
guy.
of these
So
guys did murder me in the Mega Battle, so, you
it,
know.
it has that option. I just don't think it lasts past turn 2 in most games. But
Yeah,
that's by the by. Maybe you need to play it
yeah.
better. That's it.
Mm.
Moving on to Queen's Bows. I'll skip ahead. The Grey Watchers have no change, but the Queen's Guard
Oh,
do, and the Queen's Guard go down by 5 points, and then 2 points thereafter.
outrageous.
And
Outrageous.
while I think
I'm
it's a
out. I'm
pip,
outraged.
it's a pip too much because it doesn't give me that all-round 25 point per extra model.
This one you're going to let go, though, aren't you?
I'm
This
going to
one you're going to let it
completely
go. I knew it.
let this one go.
Double
Uh,
standards.
all my morals, I will trade them in for, because that is wonderful. That is
That's
beautiful.
yeah.
And I will be
I'm
making the most of this change.
I'm writing a letter to someone. Who do I write a letter to complain?
I don't know, put it in a bottle and put it on the sea. Someone will see it.
Oh, if you're elves, maybe you'll wash up on one
Yeah,
of their shores, won't it? You know.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And that is
Mm.
a wonderful one for us to end on,
Mm.
because that is the last of the updates,
Come
good
on then.
or
Let's have a
bad.
look at this change log that's
Looking at the
overwhelmingly
change
green.
log,
Mm.
yeah, I mean, not too many, and not too many. Even with that, it's not too
A
many
lot of
to
it was
actually.
mounts, wasn't it? Anyway, so
Yeah, and if
character
you look at
mounts.
this list, it's
Mm.
mainly the high prince and commander mounts.
Yeah.
I guess arguably the Phoenix and the Initiate, because you can use them as a combo. It's
Hmm.
trying to, and the Griffin.
Yeah.
Trying to stop them being used absolutely every single time.
Yeah.
Not sure. I'm not sure it will, but we'll see. Master Conrad
Mhm.
Tower, obviously, as well, is in there to be nudged down somewhat. So your net list, if there is one for Highborns, will need to be tweaked. But I'm a big fan personally of the Queen's Guard change, and we'll be using that thereafter. So thank you.
So many years I've lost battles because of Queen Guard.
Yeah. And I mean, they keep going down as well. I'm not
I
sure,
know.
but hey, they're
Yeah.
just not being taken, so I'll be the
Yeah.
only one.
Well, you
Um,
abandoned them. You abandoned Highborns. You
I
haven't played
did.
Highborns in years.
I know. We need to get back on the train. 2024,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the end of our review. Do let us know on your best bits of fluff, and best bits of the actual points update. What you think? What you think of it overall? What you think of, if like me, you love the Queen's Guard change? Put it in the comments. Otherwise, join in for all the other reviews we have on our channel. Like, share, subscribe, and do, when you like, press that notification bell, because that will get all the updates right into your feed.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's going to be a few because there's many books.
Many books,
We're on a
many
roll.
reviews. Yes,
We should.
and
Yeah.
not to stop that roll, we will keep it going. So, and thank you for watching. Until next time. See ya.